There is a place we all fear, a place that is filled with darkness, uncertainty, and pain. It's a place where our hopes feel like they're vanishing, where our worst fears surface and threaten to swallow us whole. But what if I told you that darkness is not something to avoid? What if I told you that it is in the very heart of this darkness that you find your true strength? What if I told you that the most powerful versions of yourself are forged through the fire of your struggles, in the depths of your adversity, in the darkest moments of your life? You can either be consumed by the shadows, or you can let them fuel you to greatness. Let me tell you something about pain, about real pain, not the kind of pain that's just a passing inconvenience, but the kind that gnaws at your soul, that keeps you up at night, that makes you question your purpose. I've been there. There was a time when I felt like I was losing everything. Dreams shattered, trust broken, and failure was not a distant fear, but a constant companion. I felt the kind of loneliness that's so deep it swallows everything around you. I've been rejected, betrayed, and pushed to the edge more times than I can count. There were days when I thought about quitting. The weight of my own struggles felt so overwhelming that the thought of facing another day seemed impossible. But here's the thing, those moments, that suffering, that darkness, it didn't break me. It shaped me. I didn't let it consume me. I didn't let it define me. And neither should you. You're here today because you faced your own darkness. Maybe it was the death of a loved one, the failure of a dream, or the betrayal of someone you trusted. Perhaps you've been beaten down by life, crushed by the weight of disappointment and struggle. I know what it's like to feel like you're drowning in pain, to feel as though every step you take leads you into deeper darkness. You might feel like you've lost everything. You might feel like your world is falling apart piece by piece. But let me tell you this, your pain is not your weakness, it's your strength. The struggle you're facing right now is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of your transformation. The darkness is not here to destroy you. It's here to show you what you're made of. You may feel defeated, but let me tell you this, there's power in adversity. There's a force inside of you that will rise, no matter how much life tries to keep you down. It's in the moments when you're pushed to your limits that you will find the strength to keep going. And that is where greatness is born. Greatness is not a gift, it's earned. And it's earned through adversity. It's in those darkest hours when you feel like the world is against you, that you are being tested. Tested to see if you have what it takes to overcome, to rise above the pain, to prove that nothing can keep you down. You see, the world will try to break you. Life will throw everything at you: betrayal, disappointment, loss, rejection, failure. It will test your resolve and try to strip you of everything you have. But that's the moment when you have to decide, are you going to stay down or are you going to rise? The greatest people who ever lived did not achieve greatness because they never suffered. They achieved greatness because they endured. They embraced the pain, the setbacks, and the failure. They used it as fuel to propel them forward. They didn't just survive their adversity, they thrived in it. And so can you. Think about the greats, the names that echo through history. People like Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison for a cause he believed in. Imagine being locked in a cell, your freedom stripped away, your life in shambles. But instead of letting that break him, Mandela used that time to grow stronger, to sharpen his mind, and to build the resilience that would one day change the course of history. Or Oprah Winfrey. She was born into poverty, faced sexual abuse, was told by countless people that she would never amount to anything. She was fired from her first TV job, but instead of allowing those hardships to defeat her, Oprah turned them into her fuel. She became one of the most powerful media moguls in the world, not in spite of her adversity, but because of it. What about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? He went from being flat broke, living in a small apartment, and struggling to get into wrestling, to becoming one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood. But his journey was anything but easy. He faced rejection, hardship, and failure, and yet he rose. He didn't just survive the darkness, he became stronger because of it. These people didn't let the darkness defeat them. They let it fuel their greatness. And you can too. Now it's your turn. You're not just here by accident. You're here because you're being tested. You've faced your battles. You've faced your struggles. But here's the question. What are you going to do with all that pain? You have a choice right now. You can either let the darkness swallow you, or you can rise from it. You can let your pain defeat you, or you can let it fuel you. The road ahead is not going to be easy. It never is. But it's in the struggle that you find your power. It's in the hardship that you find your resilience. What do you choose? To stay stuck, or to rise and create the life you've always wanted? Don't wait for the pain to go away. Don't wait for life to get easier. You have to learn how to thrive in the darkness. And when you rise from this, you will be unstoppable. So take the first step today, even if it's small, even if it's hard. Keep moving forward, one step at a time. Use your pain. Use your struggles. Use the darkness as the fuel to create your greatness. Remember this, darkness is not the end of the road. It's the beginning of your transformation. The greatest strength comes from overcoming the greatest struggles. You are not defined by what happens to you. You are defined by how you rise from it. Your adversity is the fuel for your success. You don't find greatness in the light. You find it in the darkness. So rise from the ashes. Let your pain become your power, and turn that darkness into the greatest light the world has ever seen. You are unstoppable.